Well, it seems as if we're live. Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone, and welcome.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to have you here again today, and it's a privilege for us to present this Hangout to you today. And we trust that it'll be not only information for you, but that it'll really help you to set up your first website. And even if you have a website, we trust that we will be able to give you a little bit more information that you can use constructively for your website. Judy, you have something to say?
Yeah, this little training is excellent for people who are new into the industry, who are setting up a website for the first time. It's just going to cover some very basic information, and we want you just to try to follow us. But the recording will be available afterwards.
Yeah, the recording. That's the nice thing with these the Google live events or the YouTube live events. This broadcast is available just a few minutes after the Hangout is ended, so you can go and watch it there again. And even during the broadcast, you can even scroll back and forth as well. Okay, so we're going to continue, and I am going to share my screen here with you again. So let's just go back there. I just want to get that chat panel up there. And there we go. I just want to see when there's any comments or whatever, then we can just reply and respond on that. And I encourage you as well just to leave comments and ask questions in the chat box as we go along.
Yeah, some of the things might be a bit technical, so just put your questions in there and we'll look into it.
Yeah. Okay, so today's the title of today's Hangout is Setting Up a Website Basics. So it's just the basics of setting up a website. And these are the topics that we're going to cover today. It's how to choose your domain name, how to register your domain name, how to host your website or where to host your website, resources to customize your website, and we're just going to really touch on how to receive payment for your products or services. So let's move on to the first topic there. How to choose your domain name. Now, how to choose your domain name is very important. Why? Because this is the address that people are going to either type in or whether they're going to click on when they want to go to your website. And so that's the one thing that is very important. The next thing that is very important about your name is that it must be something that people will also be able to search on.
Clear. It must be clear.
Yeah, it must really be clear and preferably be descriptive. So if you want to, for example, market yourself, your name and your last name, then you can use that as your domain name. So you can use Peter Pan as your domain name, and people know that you are basically marketing yourself and what the training or the coaching, whatever that you're giving to people, and people, when they search on that, that'll show up in the search engines and they can go there. So it's very important to do a little bit of homework before you actually register your domain name to make sure that it's the right domain name.
It should be easy to spell, easy to remember, easy to pronounce, not a lot of double letters. Because remember, when people hear it, they're going to type that into the into Google search engine, and if it's not there, then they won't remember what comes close.
Yeah. So that is very important, and I'm going to show you Well, let's just move on to the next slide. Then I will continue to that. Now, how to register your domain name. You can't just go and register any name. For example, Coca-Cola, for example, or Coke is a registered trademark, and you cannot register names of that nature. And 99% of the time, if not 100% of the time, those names are already they're already registered, so you cannot use that name, and you can get into issues if you use those registered names as part of your domain name. And so what we suggest before you go and really go and look for whether your name that you selected or what you decided on is available, choose a few names, choose 4 or 5 names. So if the one is not available, then you can always go ahead and use one of the other ones. As you will see, I'm going to show you live just how to do this, and then you will also see if the name that you selected, for example, is not available anymore, then usually all these companies, they give you an option that you can maybe select from as well, or optional domain names that are similar to that as well. And then the extensions like .com or .org or .net, that is also your preference, that you can select which ones of those you want. Usually they recommend that, say for example, you've got a not-for-profit organization that you use .org. There are so many other top-level domains that are becoming available now, where you can actually specify, for example, for restaurants, there are specific domain names, the last characters after the dot, and so there are a lot of options. Let's just get back there. I'm going to go to my web browser. Let me just see which one I want there. And that one. So okay. The company that we use for our website hosting is Bluehost. And the nice thing about Bluehost, let me just go to their homepage. That's their homepage, and especially when you just start and register your first website, an excellent company to work with. Their after sales support is excellent. You can either contact them via phone or via chat, and their support is really great. And they've got a special price when you first sign up, and especially if you're just starting off, if you don't have a large email list, for example, where you're going to get a lot of traffic right from the start, a very good option to do is to sign up for their shared hosting. I'm just going to show you that option there, their shared hosting. Now currently it's $4.95 per month. With this company you have to pay in advance. You pay for the first year or 2 years or 3 years, but they lock in that price. If you, for example, if you sign up for 3 years, you just basically pay $4.95 per month. They don't have a monthly plan. There are other companies where you can pay on a monthly basis, but what is very nice about this shared hosting, as I'm going to show you here, is that you can host unlimited domains through this account. You've got unlimited storage, unlimited websites, unlimited email accounts, and a very nice thing as well is you get a free domain name when you sign up. Okay, and they give you, they say, approximately $200 in free offers, and you have a money back guarantee. So if you want to discontinue their service within 30 days, you get all your money back. If it's after the 30 days, you will get prorated, you will get all your money back. But they don't have an issue if you have an issue with them, because it's very important for them that you are happy with the service that they are giving you. Okay, so let's just show you on this page. Now, if you're a new user and you're signing up, this is where you're going to do a search for your domain name. So these names that you've been deciding on what you want. Now, I'm going to use something here. Let's say birthday parties, and I'm going to say let's say we want to register the .com domain, and I'm going to say next. If the domain name is available, it will prompt me with that, or if the domain name is not available, there it actually tells you the domain name birthdayparties.com is not available for registration, and here they give you a whole bunch of options that you can also use. So these are alternatives that you can use if you wish. Otherwise, you just go back into your browser window and let's say birthday parties Friday, for example. Now we do a search on that, and they say, yes, congratulations, the domain you have requested, birthdayparties-friday.com, is available. Now, this might work if you only want to have birthday parties on Fridays, or you specially cater for people who want birthday parties on Fridays. I'm just using this as an example. And then, of course, you just go ahead and you just enter your information here, and there you can then select how long you want to have your subscription there, either 36 months, 12 months. So there you can just go and select those options over there. All right, Judy, you have anything else?
Where does it show the payment? Do you pay with credit card or PayPal?
Yeah, you
there it is.
There
okay.
you pay there. You pay with
credit card.
With your credit card at the bottom.
Okay.
But you can also contact them at their support desk, or there's more payment options, because you can pay with PayPal as well.
Okay, yeah, that's handy to have.
Yeah, so there's your PayPal option. So if you're using PayPal a lot, you don't want to use your credit card, you can use PayPal to pay there as well.
That's great. That's important, because most of the times people have money in their PayPal account and they're looking to use that money up online.
Okay. All right. So now I've given you a little bit of an idea how to register your domain name, where to register your domain name then as well. Now, this company, for example, I'm just using Bluehost here as an example because we're using them. If you want to use them, you can go to our website at www.wealthIsADecision.com, and under the resources page, we've got a whole bunch of resources that we are using personally and that we've got experience from. So there you will find some of these resources, and Bluehost is listed there. So if you click on that link, it'll just take you there. And let me just, some of the information that we shared with you before, some of the types of businesses that you can utilize and that you can use, this is what we're also doing. So on that resource page, we use some of these companies that we are familiar with, that we have used their products, tested it, and that we are very happy with their products, and we've got affiliate links on there. So if you click on that link, for example, you will still pay the same price, or if we have been able to secure discounts with these companies, you will get those applicable discounts, but we will get a small commission on that. But you will never pay more because you use an affiliate link. And you can apply these same principles on your own website or emails, whatever that you send out to people at the later stage then as well. Okay, so that's just something that I just wanted to mention to you there. All right, let us go back to the slides there. So we've looked at how to register your domain name. If you have any questions, you can either type them in the chat box, or you can just send us an email afterwards. There's a contact form on our website, or you can just send an email to judy@wealthisthedecision.com, and we will gladly help you with whatever we can to get you up and running. Okay, hosting your website. What does that mean? Let me just explain that. Although we've been at Bluehost website, what this means is your website needs a place where people can access it. So Bluehost is one of a multitude of companies that host your website information. So it runs on their computer systems, and whenever people types in birthdayparties-friday.com, they will be directed to your website. You can, for example, just to give you an example, you can move your website to a different hosting provider, and the users out there wouldn't even know that. Say, for example, I was on your website today, you decided you wanted to use a different company. Tomorrow I go to your website again, I wouldn't even know that you went to a different hosting provider. So to the end user, that's transparent, and they don't even know that. So the reason why we recommend some of these companies is just because you start off, you don't always know. There are some of them that might have other offerings, whatever, and you don't always know what their service is like. Mm-hmm. And I'm just going to mention this here, but this might not work for you at this time. At a later stage, when you have more traffic to your website, Bluehost, their WordPress websites are running incredibly fast. So their service and their whole system is custom developed for WordPress websites. One part of their service offerings. It's a little bit on the higher end, but it's still very affordable, and you can look into that. You can always upgrade to that at a later stage if you have need for that. So that's just to explain to you what a web host is, or a hosting provider is. Okay.
That's great. That should clear up some misconceptions. Most people think once they have a domain name, then they should be on the internet. But it's just another step more.
Okay. The next thing that we just felt we wanted to share with you very briefly is resources to customize your website. Now, there are mainly three ways. You can do it yourself. You can have a friend or a colleague or someone that you know to help you, or you can outsource it to someone. What we have done, what I personally have done when we first started, I wanted to do everything myself. I always want to know how stuff works and so on. So I went ahead and I learned how to set up WordPress and these things, and I said to Judy some days, because I'm not a programmer, let me just throw that in. I'm not a programmer. And like I said to Judy many times, it feels as if my head is spinning because it's something completely new that I have to learn, and it was not so easy. And when we started, it was very different than today. Today it's much easier. You can, and I'm going to show this to you as well, how to set up your WordPress website, for example. WordPress, the software is free, and it's a very robust platform to run a blog on. It's a blogging platform. There are others as well, but WordPress is by far the most popular blogging platform that people are using. There's a host of what they call plugins. It's small little programs that you can add to add to the functionality of the website as well. And some of the other providers, it's not as many providers that have some of these plugins or the add-ons. Some of these plugins are free. There are a host of them that are free and that can give you excellent functionality. But there are also some of these additional little programs that, as I call them, it's premium plugins, and these plugins you have to purchase them, or either on a monthly basis, so it's a monthly fee that you pay, or it's a once-off payment, depending on the type of software and the level of involvement that you have there. Okay, so you can either go out and you can learn how to do it yourself. There are on YouTube, there are a multitude of excellent videos available where people teach you how to install your WordPress website, how to get it up and running, how to install new templates. They call it themes in WordPress terminology. And although it'll take some time, and if you're a complete novice, you might struggle a little bit. But some of the guys, they've got an hour-long video tutorial that explains to you how just to install, for example, WordPress. And then they've got another hour tutorial how to set up an online shop on your website. So there's a host of videos, excellent training material on YouTube. Just interesting sake, YouTube is the second largest search engine on the web. If maybe by now they might even be the largest. I'm not 100% sure, but they are very, very, very large. So anything that you want to know, that you want to know how to do something, go and do a search on YouTube, and I can almost guarantee you will find some resources there that'll be able to help you. Okay, Judy?
Yeah, I think if you're on a budget, consider doing it yourself. If you take your time, you'll get a long way, because the tutorials are very good for novices.
Yeah, but I must just tell you, if you really want to start, get going. It's not difficult, but let's just look at some of the other options yeah, that we have there. Okay, the first company that we've listed there is Fiverr.com. It's actually Fiverr.com. Now, Fiverr.com is a company. Fiverr.com is a company where you can get some of these services from $5 and up. So you can get someone to install and customize a little bit your website for you for $5. They've got certain services where you pay a little bit more, but you can just grab a sip of water. Where you sort of negotiate with them a price for something that you specifically need them to do, if you want to customize something. It's an excellent source for so many things. We've used them in more than one occasion with great success.
These are quality technical people all over the world who make a living doing these type of services on the internet. They're very skilled, so sometimes their service can go a little $5 more, $15, $20, but they'll always give you what price you've agreed on, and they are controlled, because they are the company Fiverr asks for feedback, and you can rate these people, or you can read their ratings, and you can see the comments other people have left, and they'll tell you how quick they can do it or how long it'll take to do something. So they're quite flexible also, because their reputation is based on their work.
Yeah, and even for $5, just to give you an idea, at some stage we needed pictures of tall buildings, and we didn't want to go and buy pictures on some of these Shutterstock websites, something like that. So there's a guy that we found on Fiverr that takes pictures of whatever you want him to take. So we send him the spec of what we want and more or less the angles and everything. And although he was supposed to give us one photo for $5, he went and he took pictures, and I think he sent us 3 pictures, and the pictures were excellent quality.
Yeah.
And so there's no copyright issues. It's our property. So because he signed it over to us, so we have the legal rights as the owners of this these photographs, and it's a much nicer way of doing it. So there are people that will make video clips for you, short little introductory video clips, or there are so many services. So it's a valuable source that you can use to do something on fairly low cost. The other company, I'm just going to show you the name. The other company is called elance.com. Elance is a little bit more specialized, I would say, for larger projects. Let me rather put it that way. So if you've got a project where you want to set up your site right away, and you want to get a shopping cart going and everything, and you want your site customized, which we don't always recommend right at the beginning, but if you need to do that, even if you have a company, say like a restaurant or a hardware business, and you want something someone to design a website for you, you can do it on this platform. Now, Elance is, I would say, one of the leading providers of these services. Now, what they do, people can register with them. So service providers, so programmers or graphic designers, they can register with Elance to provide their services. So now I'm not a programmer, and we've done large projects. We've done a few very large websites, for example. And I went on Elance, and I posted the specification there, and then people who see the specification, they sort of give their proposals and their pricing. So you can either use a fixed price or an hourly rate for services that they provide for you. And we have met most incredible people on this platform. So if you've got a little more work that is a little bit more involved, you can use Elance as well, and you will see some of the hourly rates are very, very, very competitive, and they've got a built-in control as well. So as these people who are working for you, as they're working on your project, their system or their program takes snapshots of their computer screen at certain intervals. So those pictures of these screenshots are logged into the system. So when you go in, you can actually go and check whether that person has actually worked on your project or whether he was busy with someone else's, and you can dispute that in there as well. This is more related to if it's an hourly rate that you're paying. If it's a fixed rate, it doesn't matter so much, but still you can check up on them. And there are measures as well. If you rate them, lower or complain, or if you have a complaint, for example, then Elance also have measures how they can accommodate these. And the thing with Fiverr and with Elance, you don't pay these people directly. You pay either Fiverr or you pay Elance. You pay this company, and the funds are then transferred to the service provider or to the graphic artist or the programmer or whatever. So those are two very important, and it can prove very helpful for you either now or in the future.
Okay, great.
Okay. The last one is just to receive payments. Now, I'm not going to spend much time on this, but many people wonder how are they going to receive payments if they have, for example, something that they want to go and put on their website. Now, we've been using PayPal for a long, long time. Many people don't like PayPal, but we've never had any issues with PayPal. So when you register an account with PayPal, the basic account is free. It doesn't cost you any monthly fees or upfront fees. The only thing, they take a percentage of the payments that you receive. So they take a percentage of that, but then they also give you the functionality. And even if you are a novice, if you don't really know, but you have access to your website, you can go onto PayPal, you can create a payment button there for your product with a price and everything, and then you just copy and paste that that HTML code. You copy and paste it into your website, and when someone clicks on that little button, they get taken to PayPal. You don't need to receive the money, so you don't need all the other certification and everything that you need, the PCI compliance that you need to receive payments. PayPal does it for you. You can link your personal bank account or your business bank account. You link to your PayPal account, and then you just transfer it to the money from PayPal to your bank account, or vice versa if you want to transfer it the other way as well. From inside of the PayPal dashboard on their website, you've got the ability to send people invoices. You could create an invoice there, and we've been using it for a long time, and it works well. There are other payment processors out there, but for now we're not even going to mention those. We're not going to touch on those. We just wanted to share this with you, that it's very easy to do that. And if you want, for example, a very simple shopping cart on your WordPress blog or your WordPress website, there are free plugins, and you can contact us and we can give you those the links to those free plugins, and they work fine. I mean, if you've got a larger website and you've got a lot of traffic and lots of sales, you want to get a little bit more streamlined and organized on your website. And
that should wrap it up.
Yeah, I think that's all. Let's just
that's
check.
all.
Yeah. So we've touched on how to choose your domain name, how to register your domain name, host your website, the resources to customize your website, Fiverr, Elance, or you can do it yourself, and we just touched on PayPal as well.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you very much for your time again, and check out our website, check out the resource page, wealthisadecision.com/resources, or you can just click on the resources tab and you can go and check out some of the resources. We are adding some of the resources as we go along, but just rest assured, those resources that we add there are tools or companies that we have personally used and we have experience dealing with them, so we are confident that you will also be happy to use those services. Thank you very much, and we will see you in the next Hangout. Have a blessed day.